In crypto, speed matters, but trust matters more. At Caleb & Brown, you're never on your own. We connect you with your own personal broker and a 24/7 team, ready to help you buy, sell, or swap over 250 digital assets with one flat, transparent fee. No spreads, no slippage, no hidden costs. Get the best market prices through deep, aggregated liquidity executed by our professional trading desk. Your funds are secured with institutional-grade cold storage for total peace of mind. Track every move in real time with our intuitive client portal, anywhere, anytime. Whether you're trading as an individual, trust, or business, we give you speed, security, and peace of mind. Thousands of clients in over 100 countries already trust Caleb & Brown. Visit calebandbrown.com and start your personalized crypto journey today.
Disclaimer, not financial advice. We're not liable for any personal financial decisions. This segment was created for entertainment purposes only. Well, thank you everybody for coming on in on a Saturday. What is up, guys? Welcome into another episode of Blockchain Brew Show. I will be your host this evening. Please, if you haven't already, smash that golden like button. Hey ho, let's go get that like button up. We also have the subscribe bell right here. Your ring-a-ding-ding and your ring-a-ding-ding. And guys, if you want to help boost our channel and the algorithm, please hit that like, smash that sub. You can find us over here on YouTube and over here on Kick and Rumble. We grow just as fast and all natural. And over here on the beautiful X people, thank you for coming on in today. Smash that heart button. It kind of looks like a this. I think that's what Trent showed me yesterday. He's a very talented individual with his fingers. So guys, thank you. My wife's over there going, why? How do you know he's special with his fingers? Today I have Icicle Fortress coming in out of Leavenworth, Washington. See if we can get that zoomed in. Imperial Hazy IPA. We got this bad boy coming in at 8.5%. It says Fortress Imperial Hazy IPA is a bold, untamed, and built to rise above the ordinary. Bursting with tropical citrus and stone fruit notes. And what's a stone fruit? Notes and aromas. It delivers juicy punch with a smooth, balanced finish. Hops are Sintra, Mosaic, Eclipse, and Simcoe. Malts are pale oats. Well, you know what? Trent would give me if he was here, he'd give me some expertise on what some of that means. But hey, ASMR pop. Let's get it. That was actually a pretty good pop too. I'll take those pops. I like that. What's up, Sean? It's Crack-a-lack and D Not You. What's up, John? Axe221, the AKA Mr. Donovan himself. John says, we are going down. Trump is going nuts. Is he, though? Amelia, welcome in, Amelia. I had to scroll up. I didn't see you. Hey, what's up, Real Meta? D Not You. We're going crazy over there on Kick. Dude, Zebek, big news with Wi-Fi partnership. You mean Will Liberty partnership? Instead of Wi-Fi? Dude, Zebek was crushing it yesterday. We took a good look into it. We can do it again today. He's chubby. He's got chubby fingers. Sounds like old OG Kush. Oh man, who's OG Kush? I feel like that's another YouTuber. I was thinking about converting my XRP to silver delivery that say that silver is going to 600 an ounce. I've heard that too. I could say it could be in the realm of possibility. Can't put it off the table, but it would take me by a little surprise to go up that quick. I was thinking $150 per ounce. Zebek, yep, Jasmine, you know it, man. We'll go after some Jasmine, some Zebek. Go take a look. I mean, let's look at XRP too, because if you want to think about converting, you know, it's risky. You know, risk versus way. I would never convert everything to 100%, even though I think that we will have more downwards action in the future for crypto. So let's get after it, man. Let's see what we got coming on to the news. I don't think there's any major news today for crypto. I mean, I think there's some stuff like John was touching on that Trump is doing some things. White House threatens to, what did it say? White House threatens to pull support for the crypto bill after Coinbase standoff report. Well, that's kind of interesting. Let's read that one. The White House is considering withdrawing its support for the crypto market structure bill, which is really funny because even if the Clarity Act got signed, doesn't go to Trump's desk and then he just think, nah, we're not doing it. You guys got to redo it. You know, and the White House is considering withdrawing its support for the crypto market structure bill following a similar move from the crypto exchange Coinbase. According to Fox Business reporter Eleanor Tourette, citing a source close to Trump administration, in a Sunday post on X, Tourette reported the White House is furious over Coinbase's decision to pull its backing for the Digital Asset Market Clarity Act. The White House is furious, describing the move as a unilateral action that blindsided administration officials. It sucked. It does suck. What do you mean it blindsided them? The White House and Coinbase said, "Hey, if this doesn't get any better, we're going to pull it out." They gave them a couple warnings. Like it wasn't like, "Hey, we're just going to drop it right here, right now." The White House is said to be furious with Coinbase's unilateral action on Wednesday, which is apparently was not notified of in advance, which is true, calling it a rug pull against the White House and the rest of the industry. She wrote. Source added that the administration may fully abandon the bill unless Coinbase returns to negotiations and agrees to compromise on a stablecoin yield provision that would satisfy banking interests. F the banks, we don't need them. We can have crypto banks. This is the President Trump's bill at the end of the day, not Brian Armstrong's. The source said, according to Tourette. Well, you don't want his name on a crappy bill. Did we just read this? I hate when we read it like they wrote it and then they retweet what they wrote. Structure bill entirely Coinbase is not back to the table agreement. You'll satisfy blah blah blah. Okay, yeah. See, like I really don't want to read the same thing twice. Coinbase cites risks to DeFi and stablecoins. On Wednesday, Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong said the exchange could not support the Senate Banking Committee draft in its current form, arguing it would do more harm than good. We'd rather have no bill than a bad bill. Hopefully we can all get to better draft, he said. Armstrong cited several concerns, including that he described as de facto ban on tokenized equities, broad restrictions, and decentralized finance, DeFi, and expanded government access to records, financial records that he said could undermine user privacy. He also warned the proposal would weaken the Commodity Futures Trading Commission while concentrate more power with the SEC Commission, an agency widely criticized for the crypto industry for its enforcement-heavy approach to recent years. Another flashpoint is stablecoins, Armstrong said. The draft risks killing rewards on stablecoins, echoing industry fears that the bill is designed to protect banks from competition. Banking groups have argued that allowed users to earn roughly 5% yield on stablecoins could trigger large-scale deposit outflows from traditional saving accounts. Well, you know why they're worried about that? It's because they don't keep that money on hand. They're stupid. You know, they could have a bank run on like almost nothing. Stupid banks. So over leverage. Why should we suffer at the hands of the banks? Now, granted, I don't think it'd be a good thing if like Chase went under. That could affect all markets very deeply. But maybe sometimes things should get worse before they get better. I don't know how you guys feel about that. I think it's pretty schnazzy, man. Not good, man. Not good. Head on over to CoinGlass, see what we got going on over here. We don't need to do the ETFs today because, well, obviously Saturday, right? Ape has an unlock coming up. Pengu has a small unlock coming up. Astra has its unlock coming up. Manta, Ondo. We covered a couple of these. Melania. That's it. Nothing crazy that we haven't seen coming. We head on over to biggest gainers and losers today. Maybe we'll actually look at liquidations today. See where the liquidity is all at. Testicles up 109%. Volume of 891K. I don't know. I do not give support to this coin. Kabuto's up 41%. Wow, that's pretty large. Mana Decentraland, that's one we don't see very often, pumping up almost 14%. We got Luvian also up 12%. Guys, these are some of the gaming coins. Even Theta is in the gaming narrative probably. Blur was OpenSea's competitor. Engine's a gaming coin. Ronin Networks are also on the gaming network. I don't know if BAT qualifies for a gaming. They might be trying to throw it in there. Gala's up. Sushi Swap. I haven't seen that in a long time. Oh, you even got Superverse up today, 7%. There we go. Biggest losers are MYX, Broccoli, Tycoon, Golem, Jelly My Jelly, Tantanine, Gun's actually a gaming one. It's down a decent chunk. There you go. I wonder what Gastown is. Looks like a meme. Anything I see with these little logos looks like some sort of meme of some sort. Not you. Markets in flames, but falling knives are not as sharp as before. So we'll keep catching on them falling knives. Yeah. You probably are right. Should we jump into Bitcoin or should we hit up you guys' alts first? I was trying to look at Bitcoin, trying to figure out what's happening. And it's actually in a really interesting spot, And I say that because BitFi says we're going down to 91, 92 zone. And we're getting rejection off the 200, the 15 minute. We haven't been able to break above it or through it. We keep getting rejection off it. We come into the 1 hour. The 1 hour shows momentum still coming to the downside. You can see it, momentum, money flow. Into the downside. VWAP's okay. Everything else is just trading sideways. Now, what kind of concerned me today, or concerned me because if you were in a short like I was, is the money flow is actually picked up a little bit on the 4 hour. And the green dot, we have a green dot trigger wave, which last time we had when we talked about yesterday was like, back over here. And this green dot with weak money flow actually freaking destroyed and shot through the 200. Though I guess that being said, oh dude, they freaking glitched again. I don't know how that happens. How does that keep happening? Can I close out trading view, open it back up? I don't know how that happens. Yeah, leave. We're gonna reopen up trading view. Like all the candles just change and glitch, and you can't get them to come back. I've tried. At least somebody else might maybe know. I haven't fully figured that out. It's just easier for me to close it out and open back up. So we are currently above the 400, 200 on the 4 hour. So that's kind of okay for us. So I'm a little anxious about that trigger dot, especially because the 6 hours looking like it's coming into the 21, and the 5 hour also had the dot. Oh, that's interesting. There's a red dot followed up by the green trigger dot. Oh, maybe that invalidates the 4 hour. The 12 hour still shows momentum to the downside, but the money flow is still pretty thick. And look at that price action. We had one wick down, and now we're kind of trading sideways. We haven't really moved, which makes me also have a little bit of anxiety too. The whole market, this is a weekend, so the whole markets are low volatility. There's not a lot of trading volume. People are chilling, relaxing, doing whatever. So it's kind of interesting. Markets are freaking stocks market is closed, so it's not like traditional finance that we see happening. So I don't know, man. What do you guys think? What's your opinion on everything? You think we're going to come down? I mean, the likelihood of us coming down maybe to 93, 92 is on the table, man. It really is. We have a red dot on the daily. Doji King on a trend reversal. It does kind of want to come back down to this 21. Maybe the right move is to open up a short. Yeah, your cup, there's your handle. It looks like it did play out too, As you move from the top of the cup, you kind of come on in. The bottom, it does strike, man, a perfect cup and handle pattern. And as much as I would like it to say, hey, we broke out of it, it didn't really break up much higher. We should have probably came up to this level, this basic level for Bitcoin. But to stop right here does bring up some sign of concerns to me. And we're back below it too. No, that is going on with Bitcoin on the daily time frame. What do we got for the 2-day? Well, rejection off the 50, 1, 2, possibly 3 days. No, we just opened this candle. So we got 2 candles, 4 days, rejection off it. Coming to the 3-day, man, it does look like it played out, man. The head and shoulder pattern, not very super strong like we wanted to see. Kind of concerning. What do you guys think? You think it's concerning? 5-day rejection off the 21. Still kind of bullish. Just hasn't. When do we get the 8-day? The 8-day is such an odd screwball. Well, we got the 8-day yesterday. Look at that. 8-day still shows momentum coming in. Shows a level topping around 101. That's where we need to get to. But it's all, well, like I said too, we're in the danger zone right now. It's not like instantly all our problems are answered. I mean, look at the markets right now. We come back up and we reject off this 21 and don't punch through it. I mean, this is your pattern right here that we're gonna get. You know, you come down, you reject off the 21. You come down, you'll probably want to come back here. You might come back up, create this lower trend line. We might do this, and there, like how we came up over here during the bull run for Bitcoin. This is the total market cap for crypto coming into the bear market, and before we actually leg out, you know, we create that falling wedge. You're like, oh, geez Louise, like, what are we gonna do with this? Maybe this turns into a giant cup and handle, you know. Maybe the whole market actually does this. We kind of come down into that nasty pad. We kind of create a rounded bottom. We get ready for 2026 next year in December. We come down, and then we go on the next bull run. Can you imagine if we didn't go and we stop right here and create a double top, and then the whole crypto starts going down? Can you imagine that? That would be so scary. It'd be gross. I'd be sick to my stomach. All right, let's jump into some of these coins that you guys want to take a look at. It's funny you said Trump has chubby fingers. I got skinny fingers. Look at my fingers, man. They're skinny. Skinny fingers, man. I always make the joke. I got woman hands. Got woman hands, man. I used to work in the bakery and we had to wear gloves. I could fit into smalls. Like medium was like my go-to. Large was just too big. Smalls were really freaking tight, but I could get them on if I had to. There were some days we run out of medium gloves, so I'm like, I'm not wearing them larges. All right, let's take a look at first one. Let's look at Zebek. Then we're gonna head into Zebek and Jasmine. Okay, cool. You know, OG Kush. Are you talking about actual Kush? Or are you talking about there was a YouTuber named OG Kush? Because I'm kind of curious. The camera's slightly sideways. I'm gonna be adjusted. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, Zebek. Oh, and we want to take a look at XRP. XRP. Absolutely, John. I hope you're having a great weekend. I hope it's not snowing for you, unless you like the snow. I like looking at snow. I hate driving in it. Driving it sucks. The 1 hour, we did create a lower high, but then we also created a high low. We are in between the 50 and the 21, kind of doing a little sideways action. Money flow is actually still quite good for us right now. I like the money flow. The money flow is good. Slightly curving up. Curving up. We have to kind of wait and see. I think this is do or die right now. Are we going to make a higher high or are we going to make a lower high? On the 1 hour. Hey, still, you want to move to Mexico? Yeah, I don't know, man. I like Mexico. That's pretty. I thought about moving there too. But I would have to live in like one of the resorts. I don't know if I could do the Mexican way, man. It's brutal, dude. It's brutal down there with the cartels and trying to make a living. At least I imagine so. It's stuff I see on TikTok makes me feel like that's the case. You need Zebek to pay good. I need Crow to pay good, John. I want them Crow to pay good. We had a higher high in the 4 hour. It does look like we're coming down. Probably retest. Let's say I'm trying to move this zone right here. Alt H. Coming down here. We could. I don't remember what this trend line was for. Actually, it's funny. We're looking at the miniature pattern of the 1 hour. So in the miniature pattern of the 1 hour, we came down, created this little lower high and stuff. You swing into the 1 hour, and you can also see like that right here. There's your lower highs, never trade sideways. That's actually really interesting. That's in the miniature pattern. Well, if that miniature pattern does play out, we will get another leg up. But I think it has to come down first a little bit more on the 4 hour before we can get that extra umph up. And we had 3 doji candles back to back to back. It's trying to break up. The 12 hour, we're on the 200. We need to stay up. If we can close above it, I think we'll be looking pretty good. The question is, can we close above it? The daily time frame on Zebek has been extremely bullish. Money flow has been increasing. View up going good. Stokes RSI strength going good. The daily time frame going good. We haven't quite got to the 200 yet on the daily, which is at 0.00367 ish. And we are above it on the 2-day. That looks actually pretty good. The 2-day looks pretty good. I think short term, I'd say I'm a little bearish, but we come out and we stretch it out on like on the 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, and we'll stretch out that time span. I could say that we're probably still pretty bullish for Zebek. Maybe make a higher high. Our next area for Zebek on the longer time frames would be like around 0.004 cents, which is like 25% move. So that is good. And it's interesting too, because when we look at the 3-day, we barely have any of the 200-day moving average. It's just, it's right there. We literally almost came down. You can make the argument we ejected off at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times before we started our reversal. So yeah, I think we could be bullish for Zebek. The price target, I'm not saying it's going to be a full-on breakout. We'll make all-time highs. I think our next zone is 0.004 before we can figure out where we need to go. What's up, LT? Is that LT or IT? No, I always thought it was LT, but maybe it's IT. It'd be funny if it's IT. I've been saying it wrong the whole time with Trent. What up, Maine? Drag on House thinks Clarity Act is coming. Bullish. I think that Clarity Act's a bunch of shit. To be honest with you, I think it's a bunch of crap. They need, like Brian Armstrong said, they need to fix like 6-7 things in there before it's good. And if it does come out, I think it's only short-term bullish, because maybe long-term it'll be bullish. Short-term it may not be bullish, actually, because Genius Act doesn't even take or go into effect till 2027. So we have a whole other year of just waiting for the Genius Act. And that got done like 6, 7, 8 months before the Clarity Act did. So we probably have almost 2 years till the Clarity Act even takes an effect, which is pretty wild to think. And it's kind of a crappy act right now. And Brian Armstrong said it was better to not have it than to have it, because it was so bad. Pepe changed his name, Axe. He goes by, what's his name now? He copies the other YouTuber, something Fat Boy. Freaking, what's that other YouTuber? He changed his Pepe name. He's trying to hide from you, John. Let's take a look at. We got Jasmine. We just did Zebek. We have to look at Jasmine. I think we should look at XRP first. XRP. Maybe we can look at Crow too. Vision Pulse, yeah, Vision Pulse Fat Boy. That's so funny, dude. He changed his name, dude. It's so funny too. We didn't catch on to it right away. Gosh, Pepe's hilarious. Like Daniel Kaufman. It was so funny, John. We were talking about Daniel Kaufman the other day with Julie Kennis, and they knew who Daniel Kaufman is too, because he goes into their chats, and they're like, "Is that the Avalanche guy?" We're like, "Yeah," but now he's a Dash guy. He's not an Avalanche guy. Dude, I think Crow's going to do so good, dude. In the long run, I can't see it not going bad. Oh, we should also take a look at silver too. We got to go live with Pepe, dude. That'd be hilarious. If we could get Pepe on, that'd be so fun. You and Pepe, me, you and Pepe, Trent, we'd all go in there and talk about it. It's funny enough, Dash is actually down for the day, down 15%. I had a feeling that we were topping out. 3-day for XRP. We came down to the 200 and we bounced off it. We got above the 21 just barely by a thread on the 3-day, and it literally is like forming some sort of very close call to a trigger wave of money outflow. Pretty heavily strong right now. Pretty heavily strong. I cannot lie, man, that I am slightly nervous about it. We have a fat anchor wave coming in with the momentum. You're like, oh, that's bullish. You know, we had a fat one over here. But, man, it makes me nervous, man. It really does. The 2-day, we checked out the 50. Now we reject out the 21. So it's like, golly, man. Monthly still looks bad. 5-day still wants to remain bullish. We gotta get above the 21, man. And this is like so in a weird situation because we could be near the bottom, but if we're not near the bottom, that's a pretty deep fall. That's a pretty steep fall. I mean, imagine we're at $2.06 right now, dropping to like $1.62. You'd be like, oof, you know, it hurts. And the 3-day is not looking strong. 2-day, we got a red dot. We got it. We got to make something happen, man. Hopefully this is the bottom of the money flow and we start curving up. If we start curving up on the daily, it'll reverse the other time frames. We are in a falling wedge right now. We make it the ladder up, we fall down. We can break above the 200 on this pennant. That'll be good. Draw the line. Draw another line. Let me draw another line. Now we're stretching it to make it look pretty. We have a doji candle on the 12-hour. We need to get ahead of this pennant, get above the 200. We need to get back up to like $2.60 to remain bullish. We are rejecting off the 200 a lot. I do like that. It's kind of interesting how we respect all these different zones. Like we respect the 21, the 50, the wedge zones. It's just 200. It does show it. Like you can see the picture, how it mathematically will make sense on what we're going to do. And this question is how well can you identify everything that you're looking at? What's up, GIG TV? How you doing, man? We got to take a look at Teddy Bear. Dude, Teddy Bear is one of the most bullish coins we took a look at last time you were here. That'd be fun. Let's take a look at it. After, I want to do XRP and I want to do silver, and then we'll take a look at Teddy Bear. And then we'll cover up the John's Jasmine. Ugh, readjusting my chair. So we kind of have that going for us. Any of you guys going to watch the Seahawks play today? I think we're playing the 49ers again. That'd be crazy. Are we playing the 49ers again? Seahawks. Yeah, I think it is the 49ers today. Yep, 5 p.m. We just beat them 2 weeks ago, too. You know, like football, it's fun, but man, I hate the politics in it. I never actually used to watch it until I became an adult, and I watched it for like the Legion of Boom era of Seattle, and then I swapped over and just started doing crypto and just doing that grind. I always like hearing the jokes where people are like, do you want to be caught wearing another man's jersey? Another man's name on your back? Well, I'm like, it's kind of fun in games, man. Okay, let's take a look at silver. You know, because some people say, I want to look at a larger time frame. Some people say 600. I think that's a 10x from here. Oh, 8x. I mean, that'd be pretty wild. Monthly money flow has been increasing though, and it does look good. It doesn't show signs of it slowing down. The 2 week looks also strong. I mean, we're in a straight uptrend, so the likelihood of getting some kind of pullback is likely. Question is when. It's like the reverse falling knife. It's like trying to throw a knife up. Is it higher this time? You don't let that knife fall down. You'd be surprised, John. You'd be surprised. You know, the actual valuation of silver going off the 1913 standard, it's like $1,000 an ounce. See if I can find the frick is that website called? It shows like the national debt clock. Is it national debt clock? Here it is. The national debt clock. It talks about the U.S. money supply. You got the trade deficits, your oil import. Like it has it all calculated out. I don't know how it works. Whatever. Let's see if it finds unrealized or realized thing of silver. Is this like zoomed out? Yeah, it is. Where's gold and silver? Dividends, treasury, dollar to crypto ratio, paper silver. So right now, the actual valuation of paper to silver ratio is $375 to 1 ounce of silver. This is dollar to silver ratio now. Oh, wait, paper to silver ratio now, and actual dollars. Fed fiat dollar, silver paper, gold, dollar to silver ratio in 5 years. So at the current rate, that's pretty crazy. So currently with our inflation, because dollar is down like 99%, is actually 1,184 to the equivalent of what it was when we first started in 1913, being backed 100% dollar to dollar. This is paper to silver. So that's is with everybody goes and claims like their paper certificates and collects their silver, what silver will go to. This is with everybody, you know, what it should be at. And this, at the current rate we're going, this is where it's going to be at 5 years, 10 years. So dollar silver ratio in 1913 was $2.67 per ounce. Gold ratio from 1913 was $28.77. The average car in 2000 was $22,000. The average new home in 2000 was $161,000. So silver can 100% go to this. And you know what's really interesting about that debt clock is if Scott Bessett, I think that they want to push silver and gold up because they want to reevaluate silver and gold. Go take a look at the reserves. And with the fiat always printing, well, they could go, well, we have this much gold and silver on hand. And if it's valued at this and what that true value is, a lot of that debt that we owe goes away just from a reevaluation. So yeah, it looks pretty good. So hey, welcome in, Daniel Kaufman. We missed you yesterday. We did a live with Julie Kennis, and we were talking. we're talking about you and Dash, and I was cracking up. We have you a girlfriend now, Daniel Kaufman. You should watch that episode. It was pretty funny. But her mod she was live too, and she goes, "Oh, she didn't know you," but the mod goes, "Oh, is that the AVAX guy? Like they knew you?" It was so funny. Collecting dots, man. Yeah, we have to take a look. Dash. Again. Yeah. Well, where are we at? Hey, bro. What's up, man? You do me a huge favor. I kept my Dash. Yeah, I saw that. And Dash is down 15% today. So, yeah, I'll cover it for you. I do have a few other coins ahead of you, but I'll throw you in. If you could wait around. You know, I'm not going to do 20 minutes on each coin, but I think that it'll only take me maybe 10 minutes to get to Dash. Okay, well, so silver, I'm still bullish on silver. The money flow is still increasing. We might get a slight pullback down to like 83 before it breaks through 100. Huge psychological level. Money flow is so thick. It's so thick. I mean, on the smaller time frames that you would get in that pullback, but in the larger time frames, it's just so nasty. The reason why what's happening right now is banks are shorting silver. At the same time, we're having a scarce. People are scared of money losing value. Like even like Iran right now, right? They're just buying silver, and there's a squeeze on the banks who are shorting it because they don't want it to go up. One of the banks already got bailed out. Like even look right here, money flow is coming down. But then we get a strong movement on the VWAP with the double green out saying that was the bottom, and it wants to start reversing. Silver hasn't quite opened up yet today, but it will, man. It will, and it probably will rip through this and start climbing up again, back up to $95. Cool. And two, Daniel, I need you to watch your mouth though, okay? Because in the Discord, you said some fairly inappropriate things to Mrs. T Square, and I did not appreciate that. So please reel it in sometimes. I know the markets are emotional and get you to run high. I love you, kid, and I want you to make it. What did I say? So we took a look at silver. Oh, interesting. It did fall below the 21 right here. Let's take a look at, was it Jasmine next? I think it was Jasmine, and then we have Dash, or is there one more? Oh yeah, Teddy Bear. That's right. Let's look at Teddy Bear. Baby, you hear that helicopter? Military. You should go run outside and take a look at the military plane. Hurry! It's flying so low. Oh, here it comes. She gets your phone to record it. She's running. She loves this stuff. Close the door. Oh, babe, you hear it? Not loud. Do you guys hear that? Holy cow, the military's flying right over our house. There's Teddy. Took me a second to find it. Man, look at that, dude. We were talking about Teddy, and it freaking ripped, bro. It freaking ripped since we last talked about it. That's beautiful. You have you make a giant ass cup and handle. Didn't conform the handle all the way. Now we're kind of double top, kind of fell below the 20. Wow, look at that nasty wick. Came all the way back down to the 200 and instantly came right back up, trying to scare people out on that candle wick. Money flow has been coming down, but we might make a trigger wave right here. Let's see what the 1 hour says. 1 hour says, possibly bottom. We are below the 100 or 200 right now. I gotta refresh my comments. You'll get 1,000 views with me on DHow. I'll be on your show one day. I would love to have you on, Daniel, but we have to make sure before you come on you can reel in your mouth a little bit, because I can't have you talking about like that dirty on stream. But I would love to have you come on. Daniel is worse than Pepe. Yeah, it's okay, man. You know, I always try to tell myself, you know, it's like God, he when Jesus was on earth, he hung out with the taxpayers, right? You know, I can't talk right now. Well on stream, yeah. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. So bear. Shows momentum coming down. We wicked to the 200. We're playing around right there. We'll see if it holds. That was a beautiful movement though on it though. Absolutely beautiful. Money flow didn't come in as strong. I think if we could get, I'm trying to see like the pattern. It clearly is a double top right there. It's just clear as day. It does look like it wants to take a breather though for a few days before it makes a giant move up. Maybe I'm wrong, you know. I'd like to say I'm wrong. I think that it wants to chill out for a few days, and then maybe we'll make another move up to meet that 21. What did the 2 day say? Is that a little bit of a head and shoulder pattern? Money flow, outflow right now. We need to start getting curvature. Double bottom. Yeah, I'm a little nervous on it, to be honest with you right now. You know, because we also could be making a little bit of a, maybe get the inverted head and shoulder pattern, but even still, you're playing with a little bit of emotions coming back down. If we could get that, you know, maybe we can start making a move up to that 50 level. Uncertainty. I have uncertainty with it, with Bear. Some kind of wacky wicks, but we were pretty certain when he came in, dude, and then we got that nice move, dude. Heck of that wick on the 15-minute. Holy crap. That is wild. That's a nasty wick. Dude, can you imagine being like, put you long in right here, you were up and you're like, dude, I'm feeling great. And then you look away and you look back and all of a sudden you're down here and you're down like, if not liquidated, like 50+%. You're like, oh my gosh. And then all of a sudden you shoot back up. You're like, you mother effer. Teddy Bear on Pulse Chain 100x in. I hope you're right, man. I really do. It does look good to me in the long term. Cowboy Kelly. Or Cowboy Killer. So we have Jasmine, and then we have Dash. So let's go scroll over to Jasmine. The Jasmine. Daniel, you want to hear a funny story? You might this might make you think of something funny, man. It kind of reminded me of you a little bit. When I was 13, so this is like 18 years ago, ish, right around there. I wasn't allowed to talk in the Xbox, but I was like I had the old school Xbox 360 headset on. For some reason, the volume was coming through the TV and my headset. And my mom would always ask me who I'm talking with. Oh, I'm just talking to these guys. One day, man, my mom walked in and she goes, "Who are you talking to?" And I was like, "Oh, hey, Mom, I'm talking to X, Y, and Z, And all of a sudden, dude, this guy, totally ruined it for me. He said some of the dirtiest stuff to my mom through the TV. And, dude, she was like white faced. She's like, "You're done." Just turned it off. She's like, "Never talk to anybody again." Oh my gosh, dude. Man, what a sad day, dude. I kind of like Jasmine, John. You always catch me on like these reversals that we got coming in, because I like this nice rounded bottom, dude. Rounded bottom, pay bills. 15-minute, we jumped above the 200 and we're holding. Money flow increasing. Got green dot. Stokes RSI aren't with you, but we're literally making a golden cross on the 15-minute. The 21 is shooting through the 200. I like that. This looks good. Now we might come down a little bit and bounce off the 200 and then just absolutely go. I'm feeling good though about Jasmine. This looks pretty nice. The 5-minute, there you go. You got the fall down. It's kind of retesting money flow. I want to keep above the 50 on the 5-minute. 5 minutes, such a small time. Tiny, but the 15-minute does look really good. The 1 hour, I like how we broke above the 50 MA, which is the 15-minute on the. It's the 200 on the 15-minute. So we're above the 50. Looks good. VWAP kind of coming down, but money flow had a strong increase. Stokes RSI are good. Strength is doing good. And nothing usually goes straight up. Like even when we dropped back down from 88 down to 8, you can see we dropped hard. We came up, dropped hard, came up, dropped hard, came up. So it didn't just fall in a straight line practically. So I would expect we shoot up, we drop down. We drop down. Well, guess what? Well, now we're sitting on a head and shoulder pattern. Boom. We drop down, bounce off that 50. Measure move today. Probably we'll see Jasmine up in the price target. I don't know if we get this head and shoulder, by 6 o'clock, the 18th. 6. Oh, I always hate that the time zones aren't different. Like right now it says it's 10 p.m. It's clearly 2:15 where I'm at. So I don't know. The next 10 hours, how's that? Will probably be around 8.5, which that would be a really good move for Jasmine. And you know what's also interesting about that? By this time frame, this 200 is probably going to go down like this. Keep coming down. So then we could actually test the 200 in that time zone region. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. 4 hour momentum coming in, VWAP going good, money flow increasing. Looks nice, John. It does look nice. We're at the 21. This is kind of like, can we punch through the 21? Or are we going to get a rejection? Where are we at? Where's the 200 right now? 200's below us? Oh my, yeah, she's way below us. Well, do or die, I guess. On the 1 hour, you can clearly see where we made that shoulder. There's your head. Are we going to reject off the 21, make another shoulder, get another move up? And then you might well get a reversal pattern kind of going in. This is an interesting level because if I am wrong, John, which I've been wrong many times, if we break through this, we're in a little bit of danger zone. Danger zone. I don't like the free fall. Not a large amount of support. Where's the VRVPN? I don't have it on. I have to input the indicator. That kind of shows you where the nodes are. Visible range volume profile. Oop. Click it on. All right, let's take a look over here. Shrink this down, spread it out. Okay, so we fall down. We're looking at where like the most resistance is. There's not very much right here, and then you can fall pretty hard down to 7 cents, which would be the 200. Not a lot of support, so just keep that in mind. There's a lot more resistance for us than there is support for us. So it looks pretty good, but they might try to liquidate some of the longs. They might, man, and push it down lower. You know how the market makers are, but right now it looks pretty good. The 6 hour, we got a green dot. Looks like it's trying to make another move to the upside, which clearly that's what we were just talking about. Let me turn the VRVP because it's distracting. Leave on all the time. 12 hour. We could be getting an Inca trigger wave coming on in. We got an hour and a half to figure that out. We have some doji came with the 12 hour. We're also planning out the 21 too. This is the 200. This is good. This is a good rejection zone. We have a little bit of our support level right here at 8 cents. Yeah, I think we might get along on this. We might get along up to. We gotta be careful and make sure we're not making any lower highs. But if we come up to 8.6, you could also be getting another shoulder, head, and shoulder pattern kind of breaking in, dude. You're gonna call me head and shoulder pattern here pretty soon. Next time we keep it handy. Yeah, look at that strong move up. Rejection came down. Trend reversal coming down. Yeah, the weekly, the 3 days not on our side. So the short-term move could be bearish next hour to 2, let's say 1 to 4 hours. We could be bearish. And then I would say we get a move off that bottom. The next 10 hours, 12, 13 hours will look pretty good. Likelihood of hitting up at that 8.5 level. And then we kind of have to really tell from it right there if we're making a head and shoulder pattern, if the longer time frames are looking bearish on us. So we just have to be aware of what's going on. Hey, welcome in, Crypto Queen. Got that mod coming on in here. Got the mods. All right, let's take a look at Dash. All right, thank you, Daniel, for not talking overly dirty. I actually don't mind the swearing as much. It's the dirty talk that just kind of makes me grossed out. And we talked about this too. Remember, Daniel, we were nervous that if we want to break above it, right there, that wick, it did look like we'll break above it. I like Jasmine underlooked play. I think so too. I always crack up when Ben Bitboy looked up Jasmine. He's like, I went to the website. And he's like, it was all in a foreign language. He's like, I didn't understand any of it. It's so funny. I'm like, that doesn't mean it's bad. But I just thought that was a hilarious response. So, Daniel Kaufman, this is actually really interesting. Really interesting because we got this massive dumpage going on in the money flow. You can clearly see in the 15-minute, the red waves are increasing in size. Boom, 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 boom. We kind of peter out between this red wave and this red wave right here, which also is equivalent to almost similar double bottom. Now, when we get a higher high and a higher high, now we're playing out that 21, creating a lower low. We still have pressure to the downside, but what we also have is the 50 and the 21 right here. And I always hate making trades between these two because there's such strong leverage. You're like, why are they so close together? And we are below the 200, so we have the negativeness with us. Like, it doesn't say when we're below the 200, it's not saying we're going to new all-time highs. It's saying that we might get a move up to the 200, be checked off, and make a falling wedge to the downside, or like a zigzag, 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 zigzag like action. Money flow is looking good on the smaller time frames. The 1 hour, we had this green dot right here saying this was max pain. We're in the bottom, like we could be on the upside. Clearly, we had some more pain coming down, but the momentum has been increasing. The one thing that makes me nervous is we gave up a lot, half of this momentum. We really went from a negative 81 to a negative 30. So it's still been increasing, but we haven't gained any ground. So that's a bad sign, saying like, I want to see us pick up some ground. So like for a reference, look at this wave. This was plus 80 to the downside. We got the red dot. By the time it reached 20, I guess that wasn't too bad. By the time it reached 20, it didn't really do anything. Let's just be honest. And this trigger wave though, from this little anchor point from 24 to where was that? Went from 24 to negative 80. That's a trigger wave. That we want to get these legs coming down. So we kind of need to create another green dot, really get that anchor trigger wave coming in. There looks like on the horizon there is some sort of short-term reversal coming on the 4 hour. We're starting to get a doji candle. I mean, we're all below the 21. We're all below the 21. So you might be able to get a break. We'll come down. We likelihood of us coming back up in rejection off of 80, and then kind of coming down, doing a zigzag pattern. it does look like it's feasible. So around this zone right here might be a get out of jail free type card that we got coming in. There's potential that we can make a higher high and keep going. I don't see it. If you see it, you let me know, because I don't currently see it. But you know, anything can happen in this space. We haven't taken a look at other time frames, so let's take a look at other time frames. 5 hour, we're below the 21, and we can bounce up back just above the 21, back up to 80, and then get our rejection. 12 hour looks pretty bad, Daniel. 12 hour does look pretty bad. No, we didn't get above. Where are our notes? Let's turn on the view our VPN again. Okay. We are at some big resistance right here. Oh. Kind of falling through. There's weak numbers, so 72 is weak, 70 is weak, 67 is weak. We got a little bit of support at 65. This would be like one level you can throw your next zone. If you break down, you kind of eyeballing that. 60 is really strong. Doesn't look like we'll break this zone right here. I mean, that's kind of what the 21,200 is. But if we do fall through, 53 and 54 are not strong levels. Let's look at the longer time frames. Daily, 2-day. The momentum still looks good. Look at that sharp VWAP decline, though. Look at that sharp just drop off. Stokes RSI, our high, I mean, it did pump up. I mean, we could come back down to this 50, Daniel, which is the $56 on the 2-day. That's totally possible. And even if we did do this, you could still say we're bullish, because we come up, you come back down, you're still up a 50% move from, you know, where we were at $38, you know. So a strong move, still be bullish. 3-day, you know, it does look like it's going to have a retrace of some sort before it continues up. And you know, another thing too, so we come over here and look at bubbles. It's down, right? 13% for the day. Well, what usually happens when things are in the max pain, they usually have a bounce back up. So there, it looks like there might be a recovery rally in for Dash. If you want, you could baby that and take that shot. I would just be careful with that, just myself personally. But yeah, guys, I mean, I hope today's show turned out pretty good for you. I hope I could cover a lot of good details and everything in the markets. I think it's time to wrap it up. It's Saturday, and you know, I gotta get some things ready before I got some family coming over for the football game. You know, go Hawks, I guess. Let's see how they do, man. I mean, we crushed the Niners at their field last time, so hey, anything can happen. Did we get any new subscribers today? Let me refresh. Nobody new that came in so far, but thank you guys for getting the likers up to the watchers. We appreciate you. So, you know, Brew Crew, I guess I should thank everybody. Thank you, Crypto Queen. Thank you, John. Thank you, Daniel Coppin. Thank you for Daniel Coppin for being more respectful. I appreciate that. It means a lot to me. And GIG TV, thank you for coming on in. ITLT, thank you for coming on in. You never did answer the question, so I really don't know the answer to the question that I don't know. You not you, thank you for coming on in, both on X, on Kick and YouTube. Sean Anchors, hope you enjoyed that, Sean. Hope you got some wisdom out of Silver and Zebek. You cracked me up with chubby fingers. Too funny, guys, too funny. Real Meta, thank you for coming on in. Guys, you know, be blessed. We'll be back tomorrow for the weekly close. Do we have the 2-week close tomorrow too? Oh, we got the weekly and 2-week close. I love getting good data. That's the best part. All right, guys, be blessed. T-Squirrel's out. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you. Stay tuned. Bang, guys. Thank you for being part of the Brew Crew family. We appreciate each and every single one of you guys to help support the channel. We love you guys. Be blessed. Have a great weekend. We'll be back tomorrow. Peace.